A strong family, what it does for me is it gives me a foundation, really, to go to work on. You know, I can't imagine if I didn't have my wife, Anita, and my kids in my life. It gives me a purpose. It gives me something to work hard for. And, you know, yeah, I'm married and I have 2 kids, but maybe you're single out there, or maybe you have a significant other, or maybe you live with your parents or what have you. But those people in our lives, brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, wives, husbands, they're the people that really give us purpose and help us keep going on and encourage us and just help us be better people. They give us wisdom and knowledge and insight into situations. They're there for advice for us. And I can't imagine what it would be like without my wife and my kids with me to give me purpose and give me meaning to my life.
Kurt has a very well-balanced life between his family, his work, and his faith, and I have a lot of respect on how he's able to juggle all those things and excel at a very high level. You know, he just, I think, has a great commitment to all 3.
My responsibility in the workplace lends me a little bit of an inside edge to becoming a state representative. I'm responsible for spending. I make sure that we don't exceed our spending budget. I make sure that we have the sales that we need in marketing so that we can produce the revenue that we need to produce for our workplace so that we can turn a profit. But at the same time, I have to control the expenses and help people be productive and so on. So I believe that by having those advantages and the experience of the last 15 years of being a manager, that I'm well qualified to be able to learn how to prioritize in government and identify what things are wants and what things are needs.
He definitely leads by example. He is one who really would not ask anybody to do anything that he wouldn't do himself. He has very high standards, and I think he has a way of trying to pull people or encourage people to perform at a higher level than what they have been at. But I think the leadership and the leading by example goes a long ways, that people have a tendency to follow with him. Kurt just does an outstanding job. I mean, I think he's a great leader within his area. I think that his leading by example and the fact that he understands the business as well as he does. He jumps in right in and does what needs to be done. I have the utmost respect for his work ethic and his energy. I mean, I think the fact that he's so energized and enthusiastic and he's confident in what he's doing, he just, you know, is able to pull all that together to do a great job. And Kurt is definitely our competitive advantage. He is a great person to work with. I think that he's the best in his industry, and he's just done an outstanding job for us. I'm very proud to have him on our team.
In business, it's funny. Sometimes they think, well, if you need to raise revenues, you just raise prices. And unfortunately in business, especially in our industry, I'm in the collision industry, so we serve an industry that is insurance related. And insurance companies don't take to us rising prices too easily. We can't just raise prices when we want to. We actually have to negotiate for those raises. And I believe that those type of qualifications that I've had make me very well qualified. And I have to sometimes think out of the box and think of new ways to make profits by eliminating waste and you know, enhancing other areas where we can make profits at. Representation is going to be the same way. There's going to be many days I'm sure people are going to be in my face, they're not going to like me, but you know what, it's still my job to listen with an open mind, to try not to, you know, to have an outer body experience, and stand back and say, you know what, this person's frustrated, listen to them, hear what they have to say, and try to make a solid, good decision for all the people in our district.
We're caught up. I can shake hands with everybody. All right. I love it when I'm caught up. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, sir.
Kurt is a fighter. I guess that's what I mean by being a fighter. He's a very determined person. He will go out and he knows what it is to work hard, and needless to say, I'm very proud of him, and on the other hand, I'm amazed at how he has progressed. He started on the bottom and he's worked his way up, and he's done very well, and I think he's what we need now in this time of discouragement for a lot of people. We need somebody to come in and be of encouragement, and he is a type of a person that he encourages people and makes them realize what they can do and what their potential is, and that's what we need.
Well, howdy. I almost walked right past you. I get so into my job some days I just get plumb tunnel brained, if you get my meaning. You see, mail delivery is not for the easily distracted.
One of the ways I serve my community is by being active in my local church. And I have the opportunity and the pleasure to be able to serve in our drama plays that we do every year. Maybe some of you have seen them, but serve in a drama called Two from Galilee and another one called One Voice. And it's really neat to be able to be an actor. I love having the opportunity to be on stage, and it's just a lot of fun to see the people come in, and when they come out, that you see that something was stirred in their heart, and they had a experience that how can you quantify that? And you can see that somehow they've received hope in their heart, and I really enjoy that. I also serve as a board member and get to see the administrative side of the church and help. It is a nonprofit organization, but it's neat to be able to help them manage their finances and get a budget going every year. And because of my experience in business, I'm able to give them some of my expertise there.
I guess his career could have gone many different ways. Could have gone into music and entertainment, because he is a very, very great singer, and he's also a great musician too. My earliest recollections of him is in singing, and also too, when we first came to this church too, my children were quite small, and I can remember us all going on a trip to Valley Fair, and Kurt was then involved with the youth and the children then. He and his wife Anita hadn't had any children at that time, so they were very much involved with the children in the church. And I can remember my daughter Bianca needed someone to go on a ride with her, and Kurt was just willing to go, and she talks about that to this day, how she remembers Mr. Kurt and going on the ride when she was about 5 years old, and she's 21 now, so she remembers that. So he and his wife have made such an impact on my children. He has been a great role model for my sons. His wife has been such a great role model for my daughters. I always lift up Kurt and Anita to them as examples of what a husband and wife should be. And when they are ready to look for a spouse, that they should look for someone who has the same qualities. And they've seen how they've been around them in church and in their homes. And so they've seen them over so many times in so many different ways. So.